we are put in a position where we need some help and some direction and some directive.
The Central Valley School Board considering filing a federal civil rights complaint as the state and federal government are at odds over transgender athletes in sports. Details tonight.
Hot and sunny tomorrow, but as we head into the weekend, we have a round of showers returning to the forecast just in time for Bloomsday.
We're here because these people are human beings and they deserve to be supported.
Dozens of people take to the streets of Spokane to protest President Trump's immigration policies, including a woman who says her husband was recently taken into ICE custody. Their message tonight. Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. We start tonight with protests across the country and globe. Hundreds of thousands of people rallied for May Day this year. Many demonstrators protesting the Trump administration's aggressive tariffs that they say are causing economic turmoil, along with immigration crackdowns. Meantime, hundreds of people gathered in downtown Spokane tonight, taking a stand against recent ICE arrests here in the inland Northwest. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy was at that protest and has more tonight. Connor?
Well, there was a lot of people gathered downtown for a May Day march. Everyone protested the current administration and its immigration policies. It's sign after sign and person after person at the Great Northern Clock Tower in downtown Spokane for a protest hosted by the nonprofit Latinos in Spokane, as the crowd is too large for some to even put into words. How many people do you think are here right now?
I don't know, I can't count that high. A lot.
Kendall Diaz is one of many who attended Thursday's protest. She's marching for her husband, who she says is currently in an immigration holding center.
I don't know exactly where he's located, but we're here to give him support and show the community in general that we are here for them.
Here for them in the form of picket signs held up going against the Trump administration's immigration policies and in favor of Washington state laws organizers say help protect the rights of immigrants. Protesters took to the streets, marching downtown and eventually to the sheriff's office. Diaz says her marching alongside others is not just for her and her husband.
We're here because these people are human beings and they deserve to be supported.
Deserve to be supported in a group making themselves heard all across the city. KREM 2 is planning on following up with Diaz at a later date to hear more of her and her husband's story. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
All right, Connor, thank you very much. This comes after a federal judge is blocking enforcement of Idaho House Bill 83, also known as the Immigration Cooperation and Enforcement Act. The law would allow local law enforcement to ask about immigration status and document that status when someone is accused of being investigated for a crime. They can then share that information with ICE. The first-time offense of being in Idaho, while the law also creates a new felony crime for anyone bringing an undocumented immigrant into Idaho. Shortly after Governor Brad Little signed it into law, the American Civil Liberties Union filed a class action lawsuit against it.
A few other states have tried to pass legislation like this, and it's been blocked in every case. So in Texas, Oklahoma, Iowa, and Florida, there are similar laws that have all been blocked. So we think that Idaho passed a law that is clearly unconstitutional, and we think that it's not a good use of anyone's time or resources.
The block will stay in place while the lawsuit works its way through the court system. All right, let's talk weather on this Thursday evening. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo standing outside in the Outdoor Weather Center. Jeremy, today was a beautiful day. Tomorrow could be the hottest day of the year so far.
Easily the hottest day of the year so far, and believe it or not, right now we still are pretty close to 60 degrees even this late at night. A beautiful evening across the inland Northwest, and overnight we fall, but not that much, back into the mid 40s. You got a 30 on there, but that's Deer Park, and it's 39 by the way. Temperatures are just staying warm, and that makes it much easier for our temperatures to climb. By tomorrow afternoon, we are going to be close to 80 degrees just about everywhere, mid 80s out in central Washington, and that comes ahead of our next round of showers. That doesn't move in until Saturday. So it's all about the sunshine tomorrow. Our round of showers moves in Saturday right in the middle of the day, but by Saturday afternoon we're back to clear, and then Sunday it looks like we get another little surge of energy. That's coming in from the south, and forecast models now take that a little bit farther to the east, which is what I kind of anticipated happening, and I really like that for Bloomsday. So there is a raindrop on Sunday morning right now, likely going to take that off tomorrow, but what I want you to know is that we might have wet roads Sunday morning, Saturday a round of showers in the middle of the day, and tomorrow 80 degrees and nothing but sunshine.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. We'll check back in with you later in the show. Now it's time for our Night Beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Today, Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown unveiled what she is calling a comprehensive homelessness strategy designed to tackle the root causes of homelessness and housing instability across the city. The plan consists of a 3-ordinance approach that includes helping people with housing insecurity and homeless prevention plans, changing the requirements for when the city activates inclement weather sheltering, and finally, working on engaging and enforcing unauthorized camping, which is now expanded citywide.
And we are listening to neighbors' concerns about the impacts of homelessness and announcing a citywide ordinance that addresses unauthorized camping and protects access to public property.
You can view the mayor's full plans over on our website, KREM.com. Meantime, in Central Oregon, Forest Service officials have started sweeping homeless campers, some who've spent years living in the Deschutes National Forest near Bend. The plan is to close 50 square miles for about a year for cleanup. The service says the move, which has been in the works for years, will involve mowing, clearing, and prescribed burns in order to reduce wildfire hazards and to maintain the forest. Dozens of homeless campers in the area have been given months to relocate.
We know that, staying out here isn't permanent. We know we've been out here longer than we should have been. We're out here because of a lack of options.
Like many cities across the Pacific Northwest, Bend has faced significant issues around housing supply and affordability. Coeur d'Alene School District and police are urging families to talk with their kids after students brought replica guns to school. Just yesterday, a 10-year-old Nexa Elementary student was charged for making threats on school property. A district letter to parents states that he threatened to shoot up the school, and staff found a pellet gun in his backpack. Last Friday, Coeur d'Alene High School went on brief safety hold when someone called police to report a student with a gun. Turns out it was a water gun. The district's safety and security coordinator, Thomas Gandy, says under their policy, it does not matter if the weapon is real or fake.
While they may think it's fine and it's safe, the perception of other people and or the response from law enforcement could have dire consequences.
Gandy says they review each incident, and while police may not charge a student criminally, there may be punishment for violating the no weapons policy. He adds these 2 incidents also serve as a reminder for students and the community: if you see something, say something. And that's it for your Night Beat. For more information on any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. All right, don't go to bed just yet. Fire season is at our doorstep. How Washington and Idaho are prepping for what looks to be a busy season. But first, Central Valley School Board considers filing a federal complaint as the state and federal government are at odds over transgender athletes in sports.